Fountain pens and inks. Obsession? Maybe. Welcome to Urban Inkspot and welcome to the second episode in my new Why I Love series, where I share many love notes to the tools, the pieces and parts that make writing meaningful and inspire a creative life. And today I'm going to dive deep into why I love TWSBI. Now these are those clear barrel piston-fill machines that somehow make ink even more fun. So whether you're into bullet journaling, capturing key moments of your life on paper, or if watching ink swirl simply makes you smile, TWSBI brings a lot to the table. Now, TWSBI was one of my very first fountain pens, and I bought this limited edition gray pen. And I bought this in a 1.1 stub nib. Ooh, it's got a little dirty here. And I bought this in a 1.1 stub because I really wanted some versatility in my writing experience, because I only had 3 pens in my collection at the time, and this was one of those 3 pens. And I now have 6 TWSBIs in my collection. My collection's I would say about 25 pens. And so having 6 pens out of 25 is a pretty significant amount in the size of my collection. So even though I have 6 pens, they're not all the same. They have different price points, their pen bodies are different, they have multiple colorways, and they all have that satisfying, maybe addictive capping sound. I would say for all of these things, the versatility, the value, the character, that's what makes TWSBI so beloved for me. So let's talk about some positives. There is, first of all, that versatility without repetition. I've had at least one TWSBI inked every month this year, except for the month when I featured my pilot pens. In fact, let me grab my ink journal. We'll take a look and make sure that that is true. In January, I had 2 TWSBIs. In February, I had 2 TWSBIs. In March, 2 TWSBIs. Yep, so we're seeing a trend about 2. This is the month when I featured only my pilot pens. So that's the month of April, but then back in May, I have 3 TWSBIs. In June, I have 4 TWSBIs. In July, which I never did a recap of this, but I have 3 TWSBIs. August, September, I have 3 TWSBIs, and we have not yet gotten to October. So seriously, like every month I've had at least 1 TWSBI inked, and it makes up a large portion of my collection, but it honestly doesn't feel restrictive. Now, let's talk about the cost to purchase. You can buy a TWSBI Go for $20, about $20 USD. Now, I don't have a TWSBI Go in my collection or a TWSBI Swipe, but those are their lower cost entry-level models that they have a cult following in and of themselves. Now, between $30 and $60, you can get an Eco. You may pay a little bit more if you're picking up a limited edition color or something that is slightly novel about the TWSBI, but for the most part, you're going to be paying between $30 and $60 for this pen. There's the Diamond 580, and I have this one in the iris because I think it's beautimus, as my mom says. It's a really pretty pen that I absolutely love. And then I have 2 vac fillers that I don't exactly know the price on these. I'll put them on the screen, but they're a little bit of a step up, certainly from the Go and from the Swipe. Also from the Eco, I would put them somewhere I guess I would put them right around the same range on this place. Now, I've also had my eye on the TWSBI Draco. I'm a little bummed that I didn't pick that one up. Now, these pens are also, as a positive, they're highly serviceable. They come with a wrench and grease, and these can be fully disassembled. I'll actually show a video here of the wrench and the grease. This one is a metal wrench, and I believe this came from my vac filler pen, and it comes with this silicone grease, and inside you get a plastic wrench for most of these pens and a silicone grease in here. So wide lineup, easily half a dozen major model families available in the United States with a lot of color, finish, variants, and special editions. Now, because these writing chambers are so large, these reservoirs are so large, you can do a long writing session, and I do mean long. There is a lot of ink able to be stored in these reservoirs, and when capped, TWSBIs are known for not drying out. So I would say, these are super large reservoirs. I feel like this one is even larger. Like there's a lot of space to hold ink in these pens. It's easy to start your slow collection with this pen brand without getting bored, and I wouldn't be surprised to find out that they've got their own TWSBI branded rabbit hole. But why would somebody start slowly anyway? Like, why would that be a thing? Well, you don't have to, really. But if you're just getting into fountain pens and you buy a gold nib in a nib size that turns out to be something you don't like, it really could be an expensive mistake. And let's not forget that capping sound. So even if you're just writing out a grocery list, TWSBI managed to really capture that "this marks something special" moment. This marks something special moment. It's kind of like like an exhale. It's kind of like an exhale. Or kind of like that, I don't know if any of you are readers on this channel, but sometimes when I finish a really good book and I close that book and I just hold it on my lap for a second, that seems to be this same moment. Now, TWSBI isn't perfect. And part of the experience is really learning how to care for these pens. They are intended, as I just said, to be highly serviceable. But earlier versions had some durability hiccups. They had some cracks or leaks if you tinkered with them too aggressively. So treat them with respect. And why wouldn't you treat them with respect anyway? I mean, remember, these are more tools than they are toys. They're also steel nibs. They're not gold, so you get the value champ, but it's not ultra luxury. The feel of the resin is also less luxury. My perspective, who cares? Not me, really. My focus of my collection is to bring me joy and to be usable daily, on the go, wherever writing fits into my life. Not really to just collect the pens or for them simply to be expensive. But if you are looking to build out that luxury section of your collection, you might look elsewhere. A couple of bonus items. If you love shimmer ink, the medium and the broad nib handle them beautifully. And did you maybe accidentally overly love some shimmer ink? You don't have to worry about that really with this pen. Now, don't take that to say you can go out and do whatever you want to and load it up with some high particle pens. You might have some clogging issues, but for the most part, these pens are designed to be completely taken apart. And so you can tinker with these and take that shimmer ink out and really flesh out the pen and just put them right back into use. Now, I won't be showing a cleaning routine here because there are so many other awesome creators who have already traveled that path before, but let me know in the comments if you'd like me to either live service some of these pens. I can do it, even I can do it, or I can really just link you to some who are doing service on their pen collection. These are also swap friendly. Now, I've never tried this myself, but you can buy extra nib units and you can pull these nib units out and move them around pens. Now, that's more of an advanced play in my mind. I say it's advanced play maybe because I've never done it, but I think it's a more advanced play. And also be mindful, like I said recently, it could lead to some over tightening or maybe even cracking in some of the body parts that, like I've heard some people say they get cracking in the section if they've overly tightened. So it's just some things to be mindful. It is a trade-off on, do I want to swap these nibs? Do I want to have that variability? But also, how careful and how mindful do I want to have to be with these pens? And for me, that answer is I want them to be my knock around, throw around, go with me everywhere pens, even on trips, which is why I have some of these vac fillers, but not to be worrying about them. That's the part in my collection that they fill. Also, you might even think if you want a custom grind and you've got a larger nib, more tipping on the nib, and you are thinking, maybe I want to try out a custom grind. These might really be good candidates for that because the base price, the value base price of the pen is so good that adding more money on to get the nibs steel nibs custom ground might be completely worth it for you. And in fact, that's the decision that I made on this TWSBI Diamond 580 that I had custom ground by Gina Salarino of Custom Nib Studio. I think this pen is beautiful and I reach for it all the time. I reach for it even more now that I have a custom grind on it. It just makes it that much more unique to me. So I guess, do we want to fill a pen? Do we want to fill a pen? Let's fill a pen. Now, I was recently at the Pelican Hub, and they gave us a full bottle of the ink of the year, which is, so this was October the 24th. And they gave us a full bottled ink of the apricot achat. And let us fill this pen. It is actually the only unfilled, so that's something. This is the only unfilled TWSBI in my collection. Like I said, I have 6. This one is going to surprise no one. This one has shiny black. I just inked this a couple of days ago with a tiny bit of shiny black because I was mailing someone a card, and on the inside I wanted to write with this high particulate, this very shiny ink. These two are still inked from my recent travel. This is almost empty. This is a tiny bit left of my Sailor Kiwaguro, my permanent ink or water resistant ink. This is also filled with a water resistant ink. This is the very last of my Diatramentis document black. So this is the single TWSBI in my collection that is not currently inked. So let's fix that, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to move these over here to the side. Let's open this ink. And like I said, this is Pelikan Edelstein Ink of the Year Apricot Achat. And for those of you who are probably nervous right now because I'm inking this without weighing it, I have just weighed this. I am doing a series on my channel that is so nerdy this year where I am measuring all of my inks so I can figure out how much ink I'm actually using every year. So I've already weighed this bottle so I know exactly how much this weighs before I start dipping into, I did not know that this was a postcard. This is I'm gonna send this to someone. Yeah, I am. Okay, so I don't see any shimmer particles in this at all. So this looks like it is just an orange ink. Not that orange is boring. Orangey boring. Let's ink this guy up. So this TWSBI Eco inks by opening this. So you'll see as I turn this knob that the piston filler pulls down to the front of the pen, and as I twist it up, it's going to draw more ink into the pen. So I'm going to just fill it all the way up. This is going to be one of my inked pens for the month. What do we think about that? So you won't be able to see this on camera. I apologize about that. Don't have a really great setup for this. I'll fill it most of it. You know what? Let's do it. No, I'm going to fill it most of the way up. Let me close this. Oh, that's got its own nice capping sound right there. And again, this is the Pelikan Edelstein Apricot A Shot, which we will leave in frame, hopefully. And this, I mean, look at this. And when I said at the beginning of the video, if ink swishing around in the reservoir makes you smile, that's one of the reasons TWSBI Eco or TWSBIs might be for you. Okay, we're gonna write with this. Okay, so this is, oh, that's nice. That is a nice smooth writing experience. So this is my, whoops, TWSBI Eco in a medium nib. And this is the cream and rose gold. And this is why we do it. Because this writing experience of seeing this pen, I mean, I think it's a fun pairing. And just having that ink sloshing around, that's enjoyable. Okay. So in a little bit, I am going to go through, I already have this stuff out on my desk. I am going to do a chromatography strip with this ink and get this swatched out with my other inks here in the back of the book. I will do that here, and probably not in this video, actually. We're going already for a pretty good bit of time. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. So, in closing, TWSBIs, not luxury pens. I don't think that anybody would try to tell you that they fit in that ultra luxury pen space. They're not a luxury pen, but they're absolutely their own thing. They're sturdy, they're satisfying, and they're a little addictive. And the fountain pen community loves them for a reason. Even my sister's first pen was a TWSBI. It's that unofficial handshake of the fountain pen world, that shared starting point for people, maybe those people who grew up analog, lived digitally, and are finding their way back to paper. So that's why I love TWSBI. For me, it's got that perfect balance of workhorse reliability, inky nerd pleasure, that transparency, figuratively and literally, and price points that don't break the bank. And if you're new to fountain pens, or if you're just now building your collection, I think TWSBI is a smart move. And if you're already in deep, you know exactly why we keep reaching for them. I genuinely think that TWSBI understands that we want an immersive experience, and they're ready to support us through that journey with visual appeal, with that auditory stimulation, with that tactile tinkering. You can take it with you for all aspects of your life. And like I said, there's really a lot to love here. So if you have a TWSBI in your collection, consider inking it up. Maybe add a bold shimmer, like I've got here in my my Colorverse Shiny Black. Add a bold shimmer or ink it with one of your favorite inks and use that to write yourself a love note. Thanks for watching Urban Inkspot. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, or if you're ready to see the next episode in my Why I Love series, hit subscribe and ring the bell, and I'll see you next time on my Why I Love series or somewhere else within the other content on my channel. And I appreciate every moment you choose to spend with me on this channel. Until next time, write slowly, love deeply, be infinite.